It's been a while since I first reviewed the Milwaukee 18-volt impact wrench. I've been using this quite a lot at work. It's a very handy tool and it's got me out of some very sticky situations. When I first reviewed this, somebody asked if I could torque up a bolt to 210 Newton meters and see if this would undo it. So I've got a bolt, I've torqued it up to 300 Newton meters and I've also used thread lock. So we're going to see if we can undo this. I actually did that about 6 months ago, but I've only just had time now to do the video, so I do apologise for that. There's not many nuts or bolts that this machine will not undo. If it won't undo them, there's a good chance that it'll shear them off and you'll be able to remove them that way. So we're going to do the test, see if we can undo the bolt that's torqued up to 300 Newton meters, and then after we've done that, I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of its shearing ability. Before you use the impact wrench, of course you need your safety glasses on. Although this has been a reliable machine, I did have a bit of a problem with the actual pin on there, and it did become quite distorted, so I did end up grinding that down a little bit. But apart from that, it has been a really good machine and well worth the money. It's also a good idea to put some ear defenders on when you're doing this because it can be quite noisy. So we're now going to see if we can remove this bolt. So I think that was a definite yes. It was a bit slow to begin with, but once it broke the thread lock compound, it did come off there quite easily. To give you an idea of the shear capabilities of this machine, I've rigged this little test up. So I've got a plate there. We've put an M8 bolt in there, 10, 12 and 16. And all these have a tensile strength of 8.8. So we're going to try and tighten these, and we'll tighten them until they actually shear off, just to see what size fastener this machine can actually shear off. Sometimes you'll come to a fastener, you can undo it, and the only way you can undo it is by shearing it. So this machine is extremely useful for that. If you try and use an impact wrench to shear a bolt off and you're holding it with a spanner, you're not going to do it because it's just going to keep bouncing. So you need to lock it up against something. Once it's locked up, you've then got a chance of shearing it. So I'm now going to start with the M8 and work my way up to the M16 and see just exactly what we can shear off with this machine. So we'll now try the M10. The M10 one hasn't actually sheared. That's because the bolt that I used wasn't actually long enough. So it's just actually stripped the threads on that one. But I'm pretty sure that it'd quite easily strip an M10. So anyway, we'll move on to the M12. So you can quite clearly see that it has sheared the M12. So just the last one now, just the M16 one. So I think I can quite safely say that it won't shear the M16, but it has sheared up to the M12, which is always useful if you're stuck.